What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, The Walk 71, Play Stay with a 4. And I'm here with another wrestling review for you all. This one being NXT TakeOver 31, as they call it. This TakeOver was announced, over 2 weeks ago? We got a main event with Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor that was really good. A great Cruiserweight Championship match, which is something I never thought I'd be saying in 2020, knowing how WWE has treated the Cruiserweight division before. Overall, just, another good TakeOver per usual, That's nothing new for NXT. Now, while the TV show might be dwelling and might not be as lit as it used to be, I always can count on at least the TakeOvers delivering in some form of capacity. 5 cars per usual. There's actually in a new arena that has been made strictly for NXT and I believe 205 Live maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's strictly for NXT. It's the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida, basically named after Vince McMahon Senior's wrestling company before I think he found WWF or WWWF. Whatever. It's a tribute to the McMahons, basically. And for NXT, this was originally the Performance Center, but I guess they gutted it out and made it look like an arena. And I have to say, they actually did a great job. They got this the way it's set up. The stage, I don't know if that's the permanent stage. That might just be the TakeOver stage. But hey, I like the actual stage where they got the X in the middle and then like people coming from it. I think that's actually a pretty cool stage in my opinion. I love that they got cages in front of the plexiglass for the actual people that's like there physically, and then they also have LED boards for the Thunderdome stuff, what WWE's been doing on the main roster, because everybody thought that this was going to be this was going to be at the Thunderdome. I couldn't think for a second. This was going to be there, because you know how they also do all the takeovers. They do them in the arenas that whatever pay-per-view is. But I guess they got their own special arena. It looks better than whatever they were doing at Full Sail, because it looks so empty in Full Sail. But now this looks kind of legit. The best they could do for the, the current time and climate. So that's pretty cool. And I think this is the permanent home for NXT, or at least for right now. So on Wednesday, they'll be here. And furthermore, they'll be here. So we open up the show. Hold on. We open up the show with the first of the 4 title matches we got tonight. NXT North American Championship match, Johnny Gargano versus Damian Priest. Really good opener. There's a lot of great stuff. They even teased the Damian Priest spot from the Finn Balor match, where he gets, knocked off the apron and he goes back first into the steel steps. They tried to make something work from there. There was one cool part where Damian Priest is about to go for the Reckoning, and Johnny Gargano reversed it into a sliced bread number 2 for a near fall. I thought that was pretty dope. Gargano, Gargano does Gargano stuff where he kicks out at 2, super kicks, all that type of stuff. I like that they had Damian Priest do a plancha on the outside, and he knocked out like the security guards, I guess. And I guess that also allowed for Gargano to, at some point, get a low blow. And they tried to use that for a near fall with the super kick, but Priest kicked out. Get towards the end of the match, Priest catches Gargano slipping and hits him with the Reckoning. I believe it was like off of the ropes, and Damian Priest was able to retain the North American title with it. And after that, he posed with the championship. A really good opener. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on the last TakeOver review I did for 30 when he actually won the championship. But if I haven't, then I'll say it here. I'm actually becoming quite a fan of Damian Priest. I feel like Damian Priest has finally found his stride or his footing. I don't know what it is. It just seems like once he had the feud with Finn Balor, he elevated. And it's crazy because he lost that match, but that's why that match was so great, because it elevated both of them. It elevated Finn back to the main event status, because he was very much teetering in like mid-card territory, but not actually going after a championship. He's just teetering, just kind of there, And then Damian Priest was still, I guess, trying to figure out what, I won't say figure out, but it seemed like just feels like there was something missing. There was like one more thing from his character that would have just, set him ablaze. And that's what that match did. And then from there, he's been he's been very entertaining. I've always made sure I checked out his segments and matches on NXT since that match with Finn. And even now that they gave him the North American title, he looks great with the belt. You know, as long as he continues to have great matches with the belt, he'll be remembered in infamy, as he says. But yeah, it was a really good opener. I'm glad they opened with the Gargano match because, you know, any Gargano match, whether you hate it or like it, you know you'll get you'll get high octane offense. You'll get the crowd going, even though it was a virtual crowd. Real people was there still, you know, the PC people and stuff, or just other wrestlers, because Shotzi Blackheart was in the crowd too. Either or. Just, you know, if that's the match you want to start off with, then that was cool. Got the Johnny Gargano match out the way, so now we can continue on. I thought they was going to open with the Cruiserweight match, but it was cool. After that, this match was cool too. We got Kushida versus that guy, Velveteen Dream. Now, everybody knows I was a Velveteen Dream fan. Notice I can't really even look at him like I used to. It sucks because he was really going to be the future, not only of like pro wrestling, but like one of the future black wrestlers that was going to actually go places. And for somebody like me, that was going to be great. But then for him to do the shit that he did, allegedly, because it's never been, you know, whatever, it just kind of messed things up for me and just the way I view him. But Kushida, I love Kushida. Been rocking with him since New Japan, so this was great. They had a match. Velveteen Dream came out looking like Doc, because, you know, I'm trying to remember his name because I don't want to butcher. No, Velveteen Dream wasn't even first. It was Kushida. Did Kushida come out? Yeah. Did he? I don't even remember who came out first. Doesn't matter. Velveteen Dream came out looking like Doc from Back to the Future because, you know, that's Kushida's gimmick is that, you know, he dresses up like Marty McFly from Back to the Future. So the match instantly starts with Kushida attacking Velveteen Dream, working on the arm, hitting all type of offense. He was dominating Dream for like the beginning. Both men wrestling in jeans, by the way. I don't know why, because this was just a regular match. Kushida did a lot of Velveteen, start working on the arm, but then eventually Velveteen Dream got his offense in, hit a Dream Valley driver for a near fall. I think at one point he tried to go for the Purple Rainmaker, and Kushida reversed into some type of an arm bar. We also saw a referee get knocked out, I believe, or he was distracted, and Velveteen Dream was able to hit another Dream Valley driver for a near fall, but Kushida was able to kick out. I believe he hit the elbow. He hit the Purple Rainmaker for a near fall as well. But what I loved about this match the most was that it showed Kushida's mean streak, because I think that's what they were trying to, you know, get over in this match, was that Kushida, this is a new Kushida. You know, before he was just happy to be here, I guess, and you know, he was doing everything, you know, what's the word? I guess, you know, just going with the flow, doing everything. But now this is a new Kushida, more aggressive Kushida. And we saw that there was a lot of spots where Velveteen Dream would just get beat, would just be put in an armbar, and he would sell death from the armbar. There was actually one spot I really loved where they did the hoverboard lock transition off the top rope, where Kushida does the flip, and he flips off the top rope with the opponent and then puts him in the hoverboard lock. But Dream is able to get out of it. And then, you know, we get to the final stretch of the match. It looks like Dream's about to go for the Dream Valley driver before Kushida reverses it back into the hoverboard lock, and Dream has no choice but to tap out. And that's exactly what happened. Kushida wins the match via submission, but after that, Kushida wasn't done. And this is the stuff that I love. Kushida came back, started attacking Dream, put him back in an arm bar. That man screaming for his life. He stopped. They got the refs off him. He started going on him, start punching him, hitting him with open palm strikes. And then he puts him back in another submission on the arm. And then he finally breaks it. So I guess this is supposed to show that Kushida can be looked at as a serious competitor. I thought this match was really great because it seemed like both men were trying to like really lay it in on each other per se. And they were actually like working hard on trying to like actually hurt each other. I don't know. Like if you told me that these two had like some type of backstage heat, I would believe you based off of the way they wrestle. Like they was actually trying to fuck each other up. And I love to see that in wrestling. So after that, we got a promo, and I usually don't talk about like promos or backstage interviews unless they're like important or if they lead, you know, to a storyline or something. But there was a promo announcing that on the Wednesday, October 28th edition of NXT, they're bringing back Halloween Havoc. So that should be very interesting to see. That should be very interesting. Because it's also, I believe, is that the same? No. I don't think that's the same day as the AEW 1 year anniversary show. I don't know. I forgot the date of it, but pretty cool to see Halloween Havoc back. I need to see somebody dress up like Rey Mysterio from Halloween Havoc '97. That's all I ask. So after that, we got the NXT Cruiserweight Championship match. Isaiah Swerve Scott going against the champion Santos Escobar, formerly known as El Hijo del Fantasma. This is a great match. This is actually one of my favorite matches of the night, other than the main event. I enjoyed this match. I enjoyed the heck out of this match. This match was incredible. I loved it. From the beginning to the very end, it was great. Swerve basically was trying to work on Escobar's arm. He actually took his arm and bent it upwards on the ring post part, not ring post, like the turnbuckle, the actual pole that's connected between the ring post and the actual turnbuckle. Yeah, you can get the visual. It was I enjoyed most of it. Escobar hitting some very impressive moves, adding moves to his repertoire, because these moves I haven't even seen him do on TV. We get, part of the match, Swerve works from the bottom because he's the face in this match. Escobar's working from the top because he's the heel. That was cool. We get towards the comeback sequence where Swerve is trying to go for different moves and doesn't work. Then Legado del Fantasma gets involved. They try to get something, but then once that happened, it looked like Swerve was about to go for a Hurricanrana and use Escobar to take out Legado del Fantasma, but they was able to catch him. And then once that happened, Swerve tried to fight them off, and then this guy from 205 Live, I'm assuming, named Ashanti the Adonis, I believe he had a match with Velveteen Dream on NXT TV one time, and I guess it's just his time to finally be on TV because they actually gave him a promo on the TakeOver. So that was pretty cool. We saw Ashanti. He did that. He did some type of a corkscrew dive, and I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, I was like, okay. So then we get, back to the action in the ring. Swerve starts to get his comeback sequence. He, what was the first thing? He did this move where he takes Escobar's arm and he's steps on it and basically pushes it back, and that was pretty cool. Swerve goes for tries to go for something, but Escobar catches him with the Phantom Driver, but somehow Swerve kicks out at 2. And then from there was, more back and forth between them two. Santos Escobar tried to go for a frog splash. Swerve goes for the house call, hits a 450, but Santos Escobar kicks out, and that just brought anticipation to this match. This is awesome chant. Both superstars are going at it. They make their way to the apron of the ring and they're fighting. And I guess there's a part. It was supposed to be done. I wouldn't say done better, but just, I guess, gave him some more pushback. Because Swerve was trying to go for something. And Escobar was trying to fight back. And he ends up pushing Swerve his head into the ring post. And I guess that's supposed to, be a part of the finish. And then from there, Santos hits this new move that I haven't seen before, where it's a double underhook facebuster, and he retains the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Great match. It's probably the best NXT Cruiserweight Championship match we've had. There were some good matches. Leo Rush and Angel Garza was pretty good. Leo Rush and Drew Gulak was pretty fire too. I enjoyed that. But this was the type of match that you could really rebuild the cruiserweight division based off of this match. That's all it takes. All it takes is one match to rebuild to fix the image of, something. So that's pretty cool. It was a pretty good match. I almost know that they're going to have a third match, or I guess you would say this would be a third match. This would be a third one-on-one match. You can almost give Swerve another match based off of that finish, because I know more than likely they're going to want to do a title change on TV. And it's also funny. I find this very funny how NXT has been taking a lot of WCW pay-per-views, and now they're really taking from WCW, because now they got the cruiserweights going crazy like they used to in WCW, where they became the best part of the show at times before before stuff got watered down and everything. But it's pretty good though. I enjoyed this match. It really got me into it. It was fire. It was fun. So after that, we got the first of the 2 world title matches. You could say the NXT Women's Championship match. We got Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. This match was okay. It was meh. It wasn't bad. It was just like, I've literally seen both of them have incredible matches. They had a great match at NXT TakeOver Toronto, and if I remember correctly, to me, that was probably one of my favorite matches. I enjoyed that match more than that 2 out of 3 falls super mega death match between Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole. That match was fire. They had another match on TV when Io Shirai came out and had Poppy like perform for her entrance. But this time roles are reversed. Io Shirai's the face, Candice LeRae's the heel. I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened. Like standard move stuff. Towards the end of the match, the referee gets knocked out. Candice LeRae does her new finish where she, takes her opponent's arms, she holds them and then stomps the opponent's face into the ground. Johnny Gargano comes out with the referee shirt and he tries to count, but Io Shirai kicks out again. This man, Johnny Gargano, because they're trying to do the storyline with him and Candice being the power couple. So he got involved and he tried to count, that didn't work. So then the referee just somehow wakes up. Or was it a new referee that came in? Let me see. Let me make sure. Was it a new referee? Yeah, my bad. So the original referee recovers, but Johnny Gargano also went and grabbed the NXT Women's title, and he handed it to Candice while the referee is, talking to him to tell him to leave the match. He takes out the referee shirt, gets out of it. She hits Io Shirai with the title, and there was another near fall. And then from there, Io Shirai recovers from that, hits a Spanish fly, followed by a moonsault, and she retains the NXT Women's Championship. Match was, it could have been better, and the reason why it could have been better is because I've seen them have matches that were better than this. So it was cool. It got the job done. The right person won, but it's the stuff after the match that really caught my attention. So first, Io Shirai celebrates. She holds the championship, and then on the screen that is by the ring, like where the Thunderdome crowd would be, Toni Storm comes back and she announces that she's officially part of NXT America, not NXT UK. She's done with that. NXT. She's going to be a part of the OG NXT. She says she's going after it, so that should be great. We can get a Mae Young Classic rematch between them two for the women's title. But not only that, that's not the only return we got. After that, we finally get this big reveal that's been going on NXT for the past 2 weeks, that they said on today somebody that used to be in NXT is returning. So we get to the part, this mysterious person is riding their motorcycle, going through the Performance Center's doors, goes in, comes out, takes off the helmet, and it's none other than former NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon. She's officially back in NXT, which is great because honestly, her on the main roster was always like just steady. It never went up, never went down. She had like one women's title match against Bayley at SummerSlam, and it was cool. It was a cool little match. It was a cool little match. But it's great to see her back in NXT where she belongs. That was like where she had her best matches, and now she kind of comes back with that main roster experience, so maybe she can use that to her advantage on NXT. It's going to be very interesting to see how the NXT women's division is now that they got Toni Storm in there. They got Ember Moon back, Rhea Ripley, who else? Reina Gonzalez, Dakota Kai. The women's division just kind of picked up a little bit. Now it's going to be more interesting to see who's going to get that spot to go against Io Shirai. So it should be very interesting. After that, we get to the main event. NXT Championship match. Finn Balor defending against Kyle O'Reilly. This match was great. I enjoyed the hell out of this match because it was interesting. Mainly seeing Finn Balor work a different style. And what I mean by that, I've seen Finn Balor as a face. He's been a face almost his whole WWE run. You know, he had the little heel turn in NXT, but it like lasted for all of a few months before he just became a tweener, and now he's just a face. It was interesting to see Finn Balor work a more dominant style where he was on offense like 90% of the time, where he was, you know, working Kyle O'Reilly. He was throwing him in the turnbuckle aggressively, working on that man's abdomen, all types of stuff. It was very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen Finn Balor work that way. It's always been just Finn Balor doing Finn Balor stuff, and he tries to work from the bottom, gets his comeback, goes for stuff. Maybe he'll win, maybe he won't. But it was very interesting to see that work for him. And then to see Kyle O'Reilly, you know, work as a singles wrestler, which, you know, is something that I've actually wanted to see in NXT, but I wasn't in no rush. It was like, it was either going to happen or it wasn't. I wasn't going to be upset if it didn't happen, you know. This was fire. I honestly enjoyed this match for the most part. I enjoyed it. Kyle O'Reilly worked from the bottom, so whenever he did get offense, he would work on Finn Balor's leg. I remember he had a corkscrew on the ropes, worked on his leg some more. We get towards, you know, the comeback sequence where they're just trading moves, and Kyle O'Reilly finally gets his offense in. He hits the little move where he goes for the he drops his foot on the opponent's head and hits him with a forearm. There was a brain buster for a near fall. Kyle O'Reilly did like a jumping knee off the top rope onto Finn Balor, who's hanging off the ropes. That was pretty cool. We get towards, you know, the end of the match. There was also a point where Finn Balor hit a reverse, a Bloody Sunday for a near fall. I thought that was pretty cool. Also, to add to this match, which really what made this match much, much better, and it's something WWE needs to really go back to, is just adding little elements of blood. There was elements of blood where both men were bleeding out of their mouths by the end of it. So it looked like they really went to war with each other, and it really made both men better. But we get towards the end of the match. There was a German suplex, but Finn Balor was able to get out of it and hit a double stomp onto Kyle O'Reilly. The crowd was lit this match too. They, like, you would have never known that there was, like, you know, half real people, half virtual crowd, because they was going crazy. So once that happened, Finn Balor selling the leg injury. He slowly climbs up on the top rope, and he hits the coup de grace, wins the match, retains the NXT Championship, and that was a great match. NXT Championship match was great. It was like one of the best main events I've seen in a good minute. The Keith Lee Killer Cross match was great. Before that, what was that? What was before that? Was that EO? The triple threat match? That was great. Before that, you know, it was just kind of up and down with the NXT main events because it was just the same people. But it's cool now. It's great. I mess with it. I mess with it. It was a good match. After the match, Kyle O'Reilly is picked up by Finn Balor, and they show a sign of respect. It looks like he's about to put his hand up, but then we see Ridge Holland hold Adam Cole on his shoulders, and he just dumps him over the barricade, and his shirt's all ripped up. So basically, he beat up Adam Cole. He's here to show that, show everybody, Undisputed Era and Finn Balor, that he's nothing to mess with. And I'm with this. I'm totally fine with this for the sake of NXT doing what NXT was always done best, which was developing new talent. So if they can develop new talent with Ridge Holland, then hey, I'm with it. Very interesting. The Undisputed Era comes to Adam Cole's safety, and the show ends like that. And it was pretty good takeover. I enjoyed it. There's always a match that's like, but I didn't expect to be the women's match this time because I thought that they was gonna, go on out like a trilogy of great matches, but I guess not. Overall, the show's great. I just, hope that this and the stuff that they did on the show will make NXT TV more interesting. But I don't know if, I got to see. Definitely got to see. Because now we got Ember Moon in the mix. That might bring them some quote-unquote ratings, I guess. I don't care about that shit. Seeing what's going to happen with Ridge Holland and Undisputed Era, that should be interesting. They might just do a feud with him and Kyle O'Reilly, since it looks like Kyle O'Reilly's like a white-hot babyface now after that match. That was pretty cool. But overall, good takeover. Give it like a 4 out of 5. It's enjoyable. NXT TakeOver 31. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Hey. It's cool. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Do what you do to support me. Follow me on all my social media links down in the description below. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace.